All right, some of you have been wanting me to talk about this story right here, and let me tell you, this one right here, oh my goodness, is quite the doozy. So in this picture, you have this man named Deriance Hughes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his first name correctly or not, but there was this viral video, and we're back at Popeyes again. I swore to myself I would not do another Popeyes video, but it seems like they just keep popping up, and it's like every Popeyes now seems to have a viral video going around involving it some way, somehow. So you had this guy who you can see in the picture, and he was a Popeyes employee. And there's this video that has gone viral in which he was involved with an altercation with this 55-year-old white woman that ended up with her being body slammed on the pavement, on the concrete outside of the store. Now, basically, I'm not going to put the video into this commentary because I might get a strike for it because of the nature of it, but I will post the link to the video down below. And before I go any further, I'm finding that there's a lot of black people that are sharing this video, but they're only sharing the second half of the video and not the entire thing leading up to what happened in the video. So basically, to give you an overview, what happened was the white lady, she came back to the store because she said she was overcharged with something, or she was double charged for something, basically charged for something 2 times. And then that's when the altercation happened, where she's going at it with him. Then they hear all the commotion. Of course, people pull out their phones. Then the manager or the supervisor, whoever that was, they come out and they said that they get into it with her, and they basically saying that she has to leave or they're going to call the police on her. So it was one big chaotic moment right there. This guy like literally is going off. I can tell just by the way he's talking and the way he's moving his head that he has, that he probably holds his wrist a certain way. And not trying to be funny, but if you look at it, you can clearly tell. And then they just keep constantly going at it and at it. Like I said, you'll see it in the video. Then all of a sudden it cuts to the next part of the video, where the part that constantly is floating around the internet. And that's the part when they go outside and you hear a lot of when she goes outside, she's being followed by almost the entire Popeye staff that's on that shift at that time. And they're yelling at her. And then that's when he picks her up from behind and slams her like a WWE slam onto the ground. And when you hear how her body hit that pavement, hit that concrete, it makes you want to curl up into the fetal position, because you could hear multiple bones crack in her body. Like, you can hear it clearly on the video. Now, the story also goes that this woman said the N-word to this man, because you can actually hear someone in the video who's recording and say that she just say the N-word, or he says something to that effect right there. So it's a lot of moving parts to this thing. A lot of people, because of the nature of him body slamming her on the ground, they're going to constantly push that he was the aggressor with this. See, by him doing that, that has taken him from the position of they could have had a case built up for him to go against her, to having the case being pushed against him and being dedicated solely to her against him. Because I'm going to be honest, this woman is about to get paid. Let me say that again. She is about to get paid for many damages done to her body. Like, she's about to get broke off. It's going to get to the point where if she even said the N-word in the video, they're going to bypass all of that. And they're going to focus so much on what he did. Because I'm going to be honest. If she did say that word, and it sounded like she did, she was dead wrong for saying that word. Definitely. But they're not going to see it that way. They're going to focus on the fact that this guy body slammed her, and if he had slammed her a certain way, like on her head, he probably could have killed her. As a matter of fact, he would have at the very least paralyzed her. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to read this article, and you're going to get even more details from this story. It says an employee of a Popeyes outlet in Columbia, Tennessee has been charged with aggravated assault after a video circulated on social media showing a woman being thrown to the ground outside the store. Columbia police said Friday that they had arrested 29-year-old Deriance Hughes in connection with the alleged assault. Police urge anyone with direct information about the incident to come forward. Conflicting accounts of what led to the alleged attack have emerged in the aftermath of the incident. The victim's attorney, Rocky McHaney, said his 55-year-old client had gone to Popeyes on Tuesday to receive a refund after she discovered that she had been charged twice for an earlier order. When she got there, she was treated with hostility and anger from the manager. There were words that were exchanged back and forth. The husband of a Popeyes employee told WSMV TV that the woman in question had been aggressive when speaking with restaurant staff and had used the N-word. Her attorney did not seem to know if his client used the racial slur. My client was called an ugly, broke-down cracker, the attorney told the Tennessean. If she says something she should not have said in retaliation in the heat of the moment, we do not condone that, and she regrets that, but it does not give someone the right to break somebody's body almost in half. A cell phone video of the altercation that ensued shows a group of people walking out the restaurant behind the woman before a man wearing a red Popeyes uniform grabs her, lifts her up, and slams her body onto the ground. McHaney said his client suffered 9 fractures, including 6 cracked ribs and a broken knee. She had to undergo surgery. Popeyes has recently been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Then they're going into the part where the guy that was stabbed in Oxon Hill. Then it said in September, an armed group of people rushed to Popeyes restaurant in Houston after they were told the chicken sandwich had sold out. See, they're basically they're bringing in all the stories that involve all the black people involving Popeyes. This is how they're going to, you know what, this could, for lamestream media could not have come at a better time. I have figured it out now. Are y'all ready to hear this? This just popped into my brain. These stories that are coming out of these Popeyes restaurants and all the shenanigans that are involving black people, and it's probably mainly ADOS. These are the type of stories right here that they needed to put out there against us to push back against those mass shootings that happens in their community. Let me say that again. These stories that are coming out from these Popeyes restaurants involving ADOS and all the shenanigans that are going on with them is the type of stories they needed to push back against those mass shootings and all that stuff that's happening with them. When is the last time you've heard a mass shooting story occur? Now, a lot of them go fly under the radar. Then some of them make news. Now, the last one you probably heard was the one that I just recently did, but it was more of an update from one that already occurred. Notice we haven't heard one since the Popeyes thing came back up. Every time Popeyes now gets mentioned in the news, it involves someone who looks like us. This right here is what lamestream media definitely wanted, that they didn't know they were going to get. They didn't know this would happen, but it's happening. So they're going to take these stories and they're going to run with it until they can't run no more, and hope that more stories like this happen so they don't have to talk about those mass shootings. Not that they were really talking about it in a way that they should have been anyway, but you get what I mean. But like I said, granted, if she said the N-word, and I do believe that she did, she was wrong for saying that. At the same time, this is not a good look for him. But not only not a good look for him, but also the people that work there with him, his co-workers, and also most definitely the person who's the franchise owner of that particular Popeyes, because they're about to lose a lot of money. They're going to lose a lot of revenue. They're going to lose a lot of customers, because now that restaurant, that particular Popeyes, is in the news for all the wrong reasons. Just like the Popeyes that's in Oxon Hill, Maryland, for that stabbing is in the news for all the wrong reasons. And I still don't think they even caught the guy yet. It's crazy because his face was right there in the surveillance photo, and it's been a week or almost a week since it happened. Well, by the time y'all see this video, it'll be over a week. But yeah, it's crazy. That's why you won't find me inside of that in the Popeyes right now. Well, I don't eat fast food, so you won't find me in there. And see, this right here plays a little bit different than the one I did about the guy who got jumped by those people at that Popeyes outside the store, because in that video you can clearly hear him saying the N-word multiple times. So they were justified in beating his ass and taking his sandwiches. With this one right here, they're going off the narrative that they didn't hear her say it. And see, because of what he did, they're going to run with every word this woman says. So this woman could easily have said the N word and lie and say that she didn't. She can easily say she wasn't being confrontational with the people when she really was, but they're going to take her word of her saying that she wasn't confrontation and run with it because of what he did. Because of what he did, they have already built up a case against him before this thing even goes to trial, because this thing will go to trial. And it's probably going to be an open and shut case. It might be a bench trial. They probably like, we don't need to call a jury in. Just let it be the judge and the lawyers. And that's it. But like I said, that Popeyes is going to lose money because there's going to be a hefty lawsuit in which she's going to definitely get paid, not only for medical bills, but they also probably going to give her some additional payment for pain and suffering. He's definitely going to serve some jail time for sure, because I think they got him on felony charges. And those charges, because of that video, is definitely going to stick. And because she was badly injured, like, she's going to be in recovery for a very long time. She's going to have to go through physical therapy and all types of stuff right here. Like I said, this is not me defending her at whatsoever. It's me laying out the facts. And the fact of the matter is, his ass is grass. Old school term for y'all. Throwback term. He is done. Stick a fork in him. It is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.